This is totally brand new for encouraging curls. I've gotten it to work once or twice on fresh washed hair, which is what I have today. It works better on my refreshed curls, but we decided to try it again on fresh washed hair. This could be a disaster. This could also come out. There we go. So hello and welcome to Domy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is actually from a dishware set that my daughter gave to us to use. And I decided hello. Kitten just ran through. I decided as I've done with previous coffee or previous dish sets to have one of the coffee mugs she actually suggested we put it in the collection. So it is a brand new mug. It's really large for something you find in an actual boxed dish set. So that is really nice. I love the blossom pattern on the front, which is only on the front. And in our brand new mug is the Yogi Vanilla Spice Perfect Energy. Energizes and supports focus. It says it contains some caffeine. It smells amazing. I'm going to go ahead and give it a sip so we can get started. It smells amazing. I hope it tastes as good. Double bagged it to try to give it a chance at the end of what we do here. So let's go ahead and give her a sip. It smells beautiful. Okay, I am getting some of that black tea. Just a touch. It's just a touch of bitterness from the black tea. I think I'm getting a bit of the vanilla. Well, we're just going to have to hope that the next 5 or 10 minutes will be enough for it. That should be enough for most teas, but we'll see. If that black tea becomes any stronger, though, I suspect I'm not going to like it. Right now, it tastes okay. So today is a Dragon Bite. It's a little bit different than the Dragon Bites I attempted to do before. Not a lot different. I'm still going to be doing my face up and we're going to be talking. I'm getting ready to film another video, so it's a good time to do them. However, if you recall before, the Dragon Bites previously were supposed to answer your questions about me, and the thing is I didn't get any questions. I guess I'm just too much of an open book or something. I don't know. At any rate, so I've just decided to switch them over to basically Get Ready With Me, where I will discuss other topics, any topics that you're interested in, and I'm starting with one. I'm starting with my curly hair care journey, and the reason I'm doing that is because my hair needs a break. So I've got one or two... I think 2. I don't think that's 3. But I have 1 or 2 upcoming reviews on hair care. And then that's going to be it for the most part. I may end up doing some unboxings. I may end up trying new masks, because that's a really big deal for me right now, as you'll find out in this video. But in terms of actually trying new lines or new products or new brands, I'm not there. I'm basically swearing off brands, new lines, new whatever, for at least the rest of the year, possibly longer than that. If I see something that really entices me, I may go ahead and pick up some. If I see a curl box that looks really interesting, I may go ahead and pick up one. But I think in general, you're going to see a lot less hair care and a lot less hair journey on here right now, which is not to say my journey is done. I think I still have, between the silver care and the fact that I'm only about 2.5 years in, and your hair does change the longer you take care of it better. Presumably you get more curls. I don't know if that's going to happen, because with silver hair you get less curls. But because of those things, you're just going to be seeing a lot less hair care on here. And I'm going to be focusing on using the things that I know work for me and adjusting my routine some. That's what we're going to be doing with the Dragyn Bytes. I do have some other topics that will be coming up. Some of them will be lighthearted, like who are my favorite authors. Others are going to be more serious, like which brands I'm no longer buying, or which brands I would never buy, or whatever. Still going to try to avoid politics and religion, but other than that, you know, if there's a news topic that comes up, I might talk about that. There are some things that I think are considered political that are not, but that may come up as well. So we have, it's going to be a varying level of seriousness, from lighthearted and fun to things that are deeply serious and deeply important to me. So that's what's going to go on with the Dragyn Bytes. So today is our first time doing that Dragyn Byte. It will be for this look right here. You'll take a stronger look at it at the end of our video. But before we get into that, I do want to say that there were a number of interruptions and a number of issues when I was putting this together. So I apologize if the get ready with me part of this is a little more choppy than usual, a little more broken up, has more issues, whatever. I haven't done something like this in this particular format. The thing is, with the questions, I could just have the question in front of me and answer the question. With this format that I'm using now, I need to have lists and I need to have reasons for those lists. So there's a lot of things going on. Plus, we had, in addition to that, as you all know, that lately I have been filming later. I expect that to hopefully change soon. So as I'm filming later, the people upstairs are home. And as usual, we had noise. And this time, the kids were noisy. So there's going to be areas where I was trying to cut things out, or where I was talking, all of a sudden a kid will yell or something. I apologize for that. I'm really trying to get everything back on track to where it was. It may take a while, so please just be patient with me while we get there. At any rate, so today's curly hair journey and what I've learned, if you're interested in all that and you're interested in this very blue forward look, just keep on watching. Alrighty, so I started with this ColourPop Land Candy Castle. I think it's still available. ColourPop is making it hard. And I used this color Sugar High underneath my brow. I didn't show it to you because, seriously, this is, even if it's a topper, it just is proving a little difficult to work with. So I'm going to say it's supposed to be a topper. There's some color up there, the shine. That's what I wanted. And that's the only color I'm using out of this. Getting to what we're supposed to be talking to, which is my curl journey and what I've learned. So one of the first things that I've actually learned is don't compare your curls to someone else's curls. And I actually needed to learn this rather early because when I first started, I was doing a lot of comparing. Everybody's curls were so pretty on Instagram, and we will get to that too. Don't compare your curl pattern to anybody else's for a whole lot of reasons, the way your curls are coming out to anyone else. There's a whole lot of reasons, some of which I will be discussing in here. But the big thing is your curls aren't going to be like anybody else's curls. No matter where you're at on your journey, whether you've been doing this for a while, but especially if you've just starting out, don't do that. You will drive yourself crazy trying to make your curls like everybody else's, and it just doesn't work that way. Your curls are your curls, their curls are their curls. Just just learn to appreciate your curls, your hair, because it's not just curls, but particularly when we get on there, we see all these beautiful, gorgeous curls. Learn to appreciate your curls for what they are and where they're at in your journey. It'll be a lot less frustrating. And I'm not saying don't aim for someone. You know, you see someone with a lot of threes, especially when you're early in your journey, you see those really coily kind of curls. You can aim for that, but you also need to kind of accept that your hair may not do that. And it's just so much better if you just don't drive yourself nuts trying to have your hair like someone else's hair. Learn to appreciate your hair for being your hair. The second thing is you do not need to try all the things. You do not need to try all the brands. You do not need to try all the different types of hair care products. In all honesty, you may not even need all the different kinds of hair care products. That color is almost the same, just a little bit lighter. They're almost the same. Anyway, yeah, we're going for a really blue eye today. Pay attention to the things your hair likes, things your hair doesn't like. For example, my hair doesn't like glycerin. So trying products with a higher level of glycerin in them is really kind of foolish for me because my hair's not going to like it. My hair ends up frizzier and it just doesn't like that. So for me to go in and I've said it before, I've said it several times when I've bought brands, oh, I didn't realize this had so much glycerin in it. I need to pay attention to those ingredients when I am buying products because I have something my hair doesn't like. And it's not just that, it's hair care is expensive. So when you find something that really works for you, you don't need to go running around and looking for something else. I mean, if you want to, if you can afford to, if that's something that you really want to do, then do that. If you still want to see reviews on stuff and then want to give something a try based on what a reviewer said, feel free to do that, but you don't need to. Once you find something that works for your hair, as long as they don't reformulate it, there's no reason why you have to go looking for something else, really. And when I say that, also, what I'm also saying is you don't need to use all the things. You don't need to use every single product out there. Not everybody needs to use like leave-in conditioners, or not everybody needs to use I don't use gel, or I'm weaning myself off gel, essentially, because I have found that if I get a strong enough curl cream, I don't need gel. And that is just fine. If you don't need to use gel, then don't use gel. So you don't need to go running around looking for gel because you don't need to use gel. So be aware of the things that work for your hair. Initially, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge to find things because you do, and it's going to be expensive because you do have to try different things. What kinds of shampoos work for you? What kind of conditioners work for you? You do not need to try every brand new brand or every brand new line that comes out. You just don't need to. If you've got something that works for your hair, that's great. If you see something that might work better, that's also great. Feel free. But I'm just saying, it is like the makeup, the cosmetic industry. Hair care can be such a tempting thing, and you don't need to worry about that. The next thing that I've learned on my hair care journey is IG hair takes, what I've learned is that IG hair, that smooth, coiled, neat, you know what I'm talking about, the hair that you see on the models and on the IGers, they will tell you that this is all easy, it's a simple wash and go. What are you guys doing? All that stuff, it takes more time, takes more effort, takes more of just about everything than they will let you know, even if they say it's easy breezy. Because I've had IG hair in the past. It takes some work. You have to find the right products. For me, I have to finger curl to get IG hair that's smooth and almost frizz-free or flyaway-free hair. I have to really put in effort. And there are some that probably don't have to do a lot of work on it. But I find that for me, and for a lot of curlies, it takes a lot of time and effort to get that smooth, frizzy, free hair. So it's another reason why you shouldn't compare. The hair you're seeing on them, the things they do to get that kind of hair, to get the volume and all that stuff, it's like anything else in the industry where they advertise. A lot of it is just faking things out. It's angles, it's finger curling. It's a lot of time and effort. It's taking 100 photos before you find the right one that works. Stuff like that. There's a lot that goes into making the IG hair. So do not let the IG hair fool you. Alrighty, so next on my list, you do not need super expensive products. Even though hair care, really good hair care, let's put that down, is fairly expensive. There are $30, $40, $50 products out there. And people will try to convince you that these high-end, really expensive products are the best things to get. I remember this one hair care person, beauty guru, who was touting something that was really, really expensive, and I can't remember what it was. But I basically contacted her and said, you realize that some people can't afford these prices. You should come up with some kind of lower cost items, products, whatever it was she was using. I can't remember. It was a while ago. And for people who can't afford these high-end things that you're promoting. And she snarked back with, well, if you want the best for your hair, this is what you'll get. That's so tone deaf to me. It really, really is. That I stopped following her. I really did. I just couldn't help it. She annoyed the hell out of me with that response. Thing is, you need to pay attention to your budget. And there are very good $5 to $10 products out there. My max is usually around 10 to 13 for something that I want to buy consistently. I do have a few things that are above that. So curly hair products in particular are expensive, especially when you consider that part of what they do is they use a lot of natural ingredients. They avoid a lot of them, not all of them, I should say, because there are some that just make me go, why are you using these ingredients and promoting it at this price? The only reason you have it like that is because it's a curly hair product. But there are a lot of them, and expensive isn't always better, as we've seen with several different brands just having issues. The recent Diva Curl problems, that hair brand is really expensive and people are losing their hair. So you do not need to buy Inner Sense. You do not need to buy Diva Curl. You do not need to buy any of these really expensive high-end brands to have decent hair. I use Eden Body Work, as you all know. And I have decent hair. I would like to think I have decent hair. The next thing I have learned is hair health before length. You all know I've been trying to, well, those of you who are long-term followers know that one of the things I want to do is grow out my hair to, I've gotten to about 19 and a half. I would love to just get past 20 inches. But recently I had to do a big chop, and I will explain why a little later. I wouldn't say a big chop. I had to do a really significant cut. So I think I'm going to be lucky if I have 16 inches right now. But that's okay, because hair health before length. Your hair will look better shorter but healthier than it will longer but damaged. Damage is going to show up as frizz. It's going to show up as split ends. It's going to be dry, brittle, all kinds of things like that. And that shows up in the luster and the shine and the care of your hair. I have one more thing that I have actually learned recently. And that is silver hair needs more care. A lot more care. And that's where my most recent chop came from. My hair has been feeling very weird for the last month and a half, 2 months. I mean, seriously. And I expected my silver side, this side, to feel a little different than my non-silver side, this side. They both have silver. One just has more of it. A lot more of it. And but this was really a lot more different than I thought. The hair was feeling a little stiffer. It was feeling drier. On this side, it was just rough. My hair was feeling very rough. It was feeling damaged. So I finally went hunting. What is going on with my hair? What is different about silver hair? And it turns out silver hair is different. First of all, silver hair is drier. It's a lot drier. And it does get wiry. And it gets dried out easily. So it needs more moisture, which means you need to think about masking and deep conditioning more frequently. So I just was doing more for my hair. I paid attention to the shampoos. I reduced how often I use shampoo. I started rotating through my masks and doing what I call mini masking. Most masks require 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what you're doing. If you're going to do a deep heat condition, you're going to probably want to be in there for 30 minutes. But I can't do that every single time I do my hair. So for me, mini masking is using the same masks, but instead of going, 15 to 30, 20 minutes, I do 5 to 10. And I was hoping that would fix or save the hair that was already having issues. Are you cracked already? Of course you are. But it didn't. So I ended up having to do I did a cut. At any rate, so I'm shampooing less. I'm doing it twice a month rather than every week. And I'm using co-wash the rest of the time. I was, like I said, doing the mini masks every time I washed my hair, whether I co-washed or I use shampoo. I'm now doing it every other time, but I'm still rotating through the masks I have. So as a bonus point on this whole, what I've learned on my curly journey is that my hair is weird. It's kind of a bonus thing. Not everybody is going to be as weird as my hair. So my hair, well, first of all, people will tell you that your hair is a certain curl type and a certain pattern within that curl type. Honestly, I think the overall, the minuscule, when they say 3A or 2B or whatever, I think the A's and the B's are not as important as just knowing that you have type 3 or type 2 hair. Because, and there's a couple reasons for this, and for me it's even, I'm a 2 to 3. So, and technically I'm a 1C through a 3A. So that's a lot of coverage. Most people have multiple types of hair. Reshining. So most people have multiple types of hair. So that is the first, like I was saying, I'm across a lot of different types and categories. And I think the most important thing to know is your category, more than likely. So I fall firmly pretty much in the category of 2. I have a 2 hair, which means I have curls and some minor loose, larger coils for the most part. I have one spot in back that's almost completely straight. So my hair is all over the place. That's the first thing that is strange. The second thing is about my hair that's very strange, I think, is I'm nowhere near a type 4, but I have what I've been calling the type 4 frizz. It's probably not correct. But like type 4 hair has more, it looks like frizz. It's not actually frizz. It's just the way it kinks. And my hair does that. Just the way it goes, it looks like that. It's probably more accurately frizz, even though my hair is healthy. It's just very strange. We're just going to go with that. My hair is very strange. So that is basically what I learned on my curl journey, and here is our look. I will say that I am already starting to lose just a little bit on the inner corners here. But that is our very blue forward, very blue and facing look. The hair actually came out really well from under that cap. That is my turby twist. Yeah, turby twist. I want to say twisty turby, but it's not. It's a turby twist that I got from Eden Body Works. And anyway, so like I said, that's all that I've learned, and we are done for the day. And I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe. When you subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Currently upload 2 days a week, Monday and Thursday. Go get it, kitten. They are being nuts. I don't know what's up. Anyway, Monday and Thursday. But we do have bonus videos where I open indie brands. That should be slowing down until next year. Probably not till February, maybe March, I'm thinking. Hopefully. I really do need to slow that down. And I've pretty much hit most of everything on my indie brand list. Plus, I'm trying to focus on finding the new indie brands, and I'm resisting purchasing from them because I want to focus on indie brands that are run by people of color next year, and that's what I'm focusing on finding right now. So those should slow down, hopefully, but we will see. My son will be opening a new box. I did receive word from his dad that has been looked into and ordered. Do not know when we're going to get it. I suspect it's one of the items that I'm looking at in my informed delivery going, what the hell is that? Because I have a box in there I don't recognize at all. I have something coming I don't recognize at all. And hopefully that's the one for my son that you guys really love. So that is coming as well and should be here by the end of November, early December. We shall see. So we found that. And if you send anything, that would get opened as a bonus video as well, unless you don't want me to. Just let me know with a little note inside your box. Or you can join the Domy Tries This group, which is listed down below, and tell me on there that you have sent something and you do not want to be embarrassed by me by having me open it on the channel. And I will honor your request. Promise. At any rate, if you're interested in any of those, you do need to have the bell clicked because they do not go up on regular upload days. If you're one of my notification squad, please check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. And if you choose not to subscribe, well, this one was a bit of a mess. I agree. Probably more so than usual. I agree. And I would understand. There are so many beauty YouTubes out there. I would understand. However, you are always welcome back here again, and when you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. Anyway, so I think this has sat here for about 10 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 5 to 8 minutes, something like that. We should get our full flavor. You know, it's been longer than 3, I can already tell you, just from this particular segment I've just filmed. So let's give her a taste, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah. Okay, so the vanilla is very light and delicate. I don't know if any of that other stuff that's in there is supposed to give it more flavor. If so, it's not. And I'm getting that black tea. Not a fan. There's a number of the ones from the Yogi that I do like. I'm just going to say this is not it. This will go to my son, which will make him happy. It's not one that I would recommend drinking unless you're into black tea. Not really a fan. At any rate, that's it. Hope you have a good one.